Gillian, you ready? Katlyn, you ready? Fight!
Chookagian goes down. Gillian Robertson comes on top. By the way, not everybody can pull off red hair, in all fairness. Gillian looks pretty fly, though. Chookagian on bottom. Gillian looking to make sure that she has control of her wrist. Chookagian representing the great Renzo Gracie. Gillian Robertson, of course, with the American top team. Chookagian's looking for something here that I can't see, but I can tell Gillian can feel. I can tell by Gillian's reaction here, or lack thereof. The fact that Gillian is trying to freeze the action means she feels something. She feels Katlyn looking for something that Gillian doesn't want to give her space to do. I would have to surmise that these two are very familiar with each other. I do not have a story that they were training partners or things along these lines. Look, everybody knows who everybody else is. It wouldn't matter if you're the champion and a guy that was just signed yesterday. The champion will find out all about the guy that was just signed yesterday, and he'll do it that night before he goes to bed. You study everybody in the division, and you study them at all times. You study the division above you and the division below you because you realize you could move or they could move at all times. So for any make-believe land that these ladies don't know exactly what's on the line here, that they don't know that this result is going to go straight onto Dana's desk, yeah, they do. If they think that Sean or Mick isn't going to hear about this or isn't watching it right now, they're wrong. Of course they know that this match matters. Chookagian, by the way, is fun to say. You guys ever try that? Say Katlyn Chookagian. Chookagian. It's not easy. I'm nailing it, though. Chookagian. Taking on Gillian Robertson. They're largely in the same position here. Katlyn is doing something. I know that I'm right, guys. I can't see it either. But she's doing something that Gillian is feeling. And Gillian's answer for it is do not give her space, which is why Gillian is keeping her arm where it is, keeping her shoulder locked in, and not pulling back from this position. And Chookagian clearly has a plan. She elected this position. She came right out and went to this position. She has something she wants to work on. Oh, she steps her leg all the way over. It could be a reversal. Now Chookagian trying to put a little bit of resistance on the arm while Gillian's body's turned the other way. I know that Jessica I is watching this match. I saw her tweeting about it. Jessica I and Katlyn Chookagian, former opponents. Could also be future opponents. And you have to ask yourself, look, because, right, guys, only one thing's happened in this match, which is Katlyn came out and pulled guard. Well, how do we read into that? What do we make of that? She's looking for something. Gillian has figured out what it is. I can tell you that by the way that Gillian has stayed in this position with her knee down, her other leg being compromised, and she's freezing this position. And it could be as simple as a sweep based on the right hip being down, based on the left arm having an underhook. Katlyn could just be looking for a sweep to trade this position. But whatever it is, Gillian can feel it and doesn't want to give her the space to do it. I'm curious. The fact that Katlyn came out and pulled this position, I want to see it. I want to see her go for it, whether she gets it or not. I want to see what the big plan was. And now they go around. Chookagian rolls with it. Very smart by her, but it looked like Gillian was able to follow her. Now Gillian's on the back. This could be a precursor, guys, some foreshadowing for what we're going to see later on. Should they make it out of this stanza, this could be the exact position that Gillian and Katlyn find themselves in. Difference being they'll be trading it back and forth. We'll also see Katlyn on the back, but for right now, Gillian's able to hold this position. Gillian with her legs open, they're not going for body triangle. Body triangle being the most dominant position you can get in terms of control. However, there's a lot of body mechanics that go into it. Tell you, my time in practice, I had a very hard time getting to that position, just the way that my legs were built.
Red one, she's going to defer.
All right, she deferred. We will see Katlyn Chookagian in offense. This will be her first time in this contest. She is going to be able to mount an offense.
Ready? Go!
Chookagian is currently the number 2 ranked UFC women's flyweight. This is one of the top fighters in the world. And she's putting everything on the line. Oh, she's to a good position. Gillian's defending it perfectly. Gillian needs a couple more inches. She's out. She's out. Gillian was out. Chookagian did everything right there, but Gillian did everything right defensively as well, and now Gillian is in the driver's seat. A return to a position that we saw in the opening stanza. Gillian, again, not going to that body triangle. She's a little loose with her lower body. And when you understand how important control is, Katlyn doing everything right, trying to push that knee down. If she can push that knee down and step over it, see how she's pushing that knee, but she's trying to rotate her body over it? If she can get her body over it, she's very close. She's going to be out. She's out. Oh, she's out, but it goes into another submission. The head and arm choke. The referee will allow this to go. There is a submission here. There is a submission attempt here, so this action is able to go even once the hips were cleared. Gillian has this very tight. Chookagian is doing what we call answer the phone. See how she's bringing her hand to her ear? It's the way you would hold a telephone. That's a very good defense. It's a simple defense. It will buy you a couple of extra breaths of air. Chookagian might have paused, guys. She might have had the same reaction that I did, which is this frame is over. I would have to see that on the replay, but Gillian Robertson, this is very fair game here. This position was brought to everyone's attention. Ally Aquina versus Mike Perry. And Ally Aquina let the back go in favor of another submission. Aquina is still upset with that to this day. I only share with you there was something learned, which is you can lose the position if you find another submission. Katlyn has survived. Chookagian on the back. Robertson on the defense here. Chookagian might be bringing that arm in. No, Robertson's going to get out. 6 seconds. Very, very fast escape. Katlyn Chookagian, the number 2 UFC women's flyweight, is feeling the pressure. She's got to get out, and I mean now. Gillian has the legs open. Gillian's very loose on the bottom, but boy, is she tight up top. Look at how she squeezes. Look at how she squeezes. There's just no room there. Chookagian's going to need to roll. She's going to need to go to the left. Her body's telling her to go to the right. Don't fall for it. Your body's tricking you. You got to go to the left. Oh, good job by Katlyn. She found a hole and she pulled her head at it. Katlyn is feeling the pressure. Look, it is whatever the clock says that it is.
Go!
In the top of 3 here, guys. This will be the last offensive position handed to Katlyn. Gillian is out.
Last one.
This will be the last one. Chookagian going to try to escape. She knows as she tries to escape that Gillian is going to go for the head and arm choke. She understands that. But it's like music, guys. There's only so many notes. It doesn't matter if you know it or not. She's still got to escape the way she knows how, which is this. Then Gillian has to rotate into this. Chookagian is okay. She learned. Chookagian learned. We just watched her get better, guys. First time she was in that position, she stayed there for 30 seconds. The second time in the position, it was 8 seconds, and this time she's out in 2. Chookagian learned, which is the whole reason she came here. But tonight, it is Gillian Robertson.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner due to escaping in the least amount of total time in the overtime rounds, out of the red corner, Gillian Robertson!
Wow. Wow. It's a big win, guys.